Well, this is going to be the what would you say? The take two?
No, because that means that something got messed up.
Well, we just
Nothing got messed up.
stopped. This is us back
at it again.
with
Better than ever.
KRISCHAT.
KRISCHAT.
But
not, because you don't like that name.
I don't know if I like that name still, but we're going to run with it for now. It's going to be audio only for the foreseeable future. Unless I can convince Lauren to go to video. She didn't really like doing video, even though we only did 2. I think we filmed 4.
That was like during COVID, wasn't it?
Well, it was before COVID. I think we filmed 4 and posted 2. Because we did like a trial run, and then the intro, and then the first episode. And then we filmed that episode with Ross, but that never got posted with our friend Ross. Because that was like a month before COVID, like lockdown stuff started. Mm-hmm. So that, I would say, kind of, sort of stopped us from doing it, which is ironic because we were locked inside.
You were locked inside. I was not.
Well, we just couldn't do anything. I was home the whole time, pretty much. You were still working. I feel like we should introduce ourselves. We haven't even done that yet. Because I guess we have 2 episodes. And, like, obviously my name is technically in the title. But, like...
What do you want me to say? I'm not going through the whole shebang again.
Just, my name is Kris. Your name is Lauren.
There we go.
There we go. This is Kona.
Tona.
Lots have changed since the last time we did this.
Yeah, we didn't have her.
We didn't even have the dog. And she is now 2 as of like a week ago. Mm-hmm. Not even. So let's get into that. Like a little recap. We moved. We're in a different apartment. We got a dog.
Ooh, that was a big sigh.
Yep. And we are engaged. We can go into some of this stuff in detail a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell your story.
I always wanted to do some sort of long format video turned into audio, podcasting like everybody else does. I guess I don't personally know anyone that podcasts. Do you? That does anything like this?
Like personally?
Yeah.
I do actually.
Okay. I don't think. I mean, I know of people. But
you do too.
I do?
Yeah.
I know that they do this? I know the person. If you're
friends with him on Facebook, he posts every time they do like movie reviews.
I mean, yeah.
So, yes.
I mean, I guess someone. Technically, yeah.
You haven't listened to it, but you know that.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. Yeah, I do. Either way, there's always that running thing where everyone does this.
Oh, you're trying to prove that not everyone does it?
Well, I was trying to prove that at least I don't know anybody personally that does it, but I guess I do.
Sorry.
Either way, doesn't matter. So yeah, we moved, and now we're working on, hopefully, trying to move again in the next couple months here.
So stressful.
Buying a house, trying to buy a house.
The odds are not in our favor.
I just don't know what we're going to do. We don't want to resign here. But, yeah, we can get into that stuff later. We got a dog.
We did get a dog.
Obviously, I just can't say obviously, but I posted a video of getting the dog and surprising you with the dog.
Almost 2 years ago.
It was over 2 years ago.
No. You didn't get her when she was born.
It was in April.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was towards the end of April. But she is 2. She's a full golden cream.
English cream.
Named Kona. She's laying right here. This is probably the best she's been in a while. I don't know why.
She's sleepy because I took her for a walk today.
Oh, well, that's good. So she's not all rambunctious during this.
Oh.
She is a handful.
Hopefully she'll be better trained after I get my clicker. I do the training. You don't really train.
Do you think the clicker is going to work?
I think so. I think she's so smart. Like I said earlier, she's so smart. I don't think she knows what to do with all of her geniusness. So we need to, like, challenge her. So just learning new things. I saw a video today of a guy that was using the clicker as a way to train recall. And you just basically, like, take them to an open area. Obviously, we would start with something enclosed, like a big enclosed area. And you let them do whatever they want. And then as soon as they look to, like, check on you, because she does that already, she checks on us, like, if we go to the dog park or whatever. As soon as they look at you, you click. And then they come running. Like, you click and say their name. They come running. You give them a treat. And then you just do that. Like, let them go do their thing. Click. Come back. Treat. And that helps with recall. Because I think she's already pretty good at it because she naturally looks for us. But just something to challenge her more. Where it's not just like, oh, where are they? I'm going to go see. It's they're asking me to come see them.
Yeah, she's not a bad dog by any means.
She's too smart, too much energy. We
Just
gotta,
too
like,
much
do
energy.
something with it.
And we're in an
She
apartment.
knows you're talking about her.
Yeah, she's looking at me now.
She needs to go on more long walks. It's been a long winter.
Yeah, she doesn't. We try to take her on long walks a lot, at least a couple of times a week. But when it's middle of winter and cold out, it's kind of hard because it's cold.
She doesn't
out.
want to be out there either.
No, she doesn't want to. But yes, so that's that part of it. She's good. She's good. She does have her own Instagram.
She does. I don't post very often. Or she doesn't post very often.
She doesn't post very often. The golden life of Kona, but periods in between each word.
Yeah.
So
She's
if you
so tired.
want to see her, you can check her out there.
See her as a baby.
As a baby, because that's all that's on there right now.
I mean, there's more stuff.
I think the
tagged
last
her.
time you posted was what, last?
No, on her birthday. It was literally last week.
Yeah, last week, and then before that was last summer.
Probably.
When we took her, when we posed her in the not sunflowers,
Wildflowers.
Those wildflowers. Yeah. On top of that, we are now engaged. It has been 4 months, 5 months.
November, so
4 months. 4 months. 4 months. I like what do I say? Like I don't know. Like we're engaged.
Mm-hmm.
We had to get your ring resized.
Yeah.
Because I had in my notes on my phone for however long. Sometimes she said it. She thought she was a ring size like 9 or 10.
Well, in like cheapy store rings.
All I know is at some point.
And I don't wear
that.
those on that finger. That finger is smaller.
How else am I gonna?
I wear other rings on, like, if I buy rings at the store, I wear them on, like, my thumb or my middle finger. How many times do I ever wear a ring on my ring finger? Because it's weird.
Well, yeah, but how else am I supposed to figure it out?
2, 3.
I made a note, 5, 6, 7, ring size 9 or 10. So when it was time to order that ring, I ordered a 10. I think I ordered a ring size 10.
And you were so proud.
Well, because I didn't like want to like ask you what your ring size was, because then you would have given it away, even though I did give it away in the end anyway. But we got it resized.
You gave it away?
Remember, because of the nail thing.
Oh, yeah. You're a dummy.
That
was ridiculous. You, like, said it one too many times.
you picked up on it.
Well, I feel like you should have known that I picked up on it from the first time that you said it, because
I did.
I questioned you on it. I was like, what do you mean? Am I gonna do my nails because I don't get them done anymore? Rah, rah, rah. And then when we went to Target and you asked again, oh, you gonna pick some of those up? Okay, weirdo.
Well, I was trying to be nice. And I wanted to make sure your nails were done.
Uh-huh. Well, at least I know that you can't lie. Or you
So
can't be deceitful, I guess. There wasn't really any lying. It was just like you were trying to be tricky, and you're not a very tricky guy.
I wanted to do it before the new year. I wanted to do it for 2023. I don't really have like a reason. Like, I don't have a reason to why I wanted to do it before the new year, but I just did.
Oh?
Did you have a reason to why? Did I tell you a reason why?
No.
Because I don't remember.
No, I know, but you just said that, and so then I got curious.
Well, because like when I was planning it, I was planning to do it like in the fall of last year.
Do you have a pencil over here or something?
No, I don't have a pencil.
I need a pencil.
I don't have one. Do you need to go grab one?
I don't want to get up, though.
Okay.
To tie my knot, I'll go get it. Please hold. All right, carry on. I was curious because you said you didn't have a reason.
I'm sure I had one. I just don't remember it. I just remember
What do
wanting
you mean?
I just wanted to do it before 2023.
Why?
I don't remember. Well, because I originally wanted to do it in the fall of last year. So like, well, what would
So
that?
you waited until it snowed.
Until like August, September. Because because the reason why for that was because there was that time at your friend Amanda's wedding. You got pretty drunk.
Yes, I was intoxicated.
And
what of it?
You asked me when I was going to do it, when I was going to propose, or if I thought about it. And then you said, I really want you to do it in the fall because I like the fall.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'll do it in the fall. Whenever I end up doing it, I'll plan to do it in the fall.
Okay.
So I was planning to do it in the fall. But then obviously I had to wait. I had to take care of some monetary things. And those monetary jobs did not pay me when those freelance jobs did not pay me when they were supposed to pay me. So I had to wait till that happened. And then by that point, it was like October, November time. Mm-hmm. But it hadn't snowed yet.
But it was like supposed to.
And then
it always snows around that time.
But then I literally like the week before went out, checked out the area to park by us right where we are. And it's like this big bridge. And I was like, this would be a good, cool spot. And I literally walked it. I have photos and videos of me checking it out.
I know,
and
I haven't watched that in a while.
That's
goodbye.
Kona opening the door.
Letting herself into the bedroom.
To the bedroom. Because I also made a video, not posted, but like for her, of like everything that I did, like ordering the ring, going out and checking the spot and all this stuff. And like I even took pictures to send over to the photographer, just to be like, this is what the light's going to look like at this time. Because we were also dealing with daylight savings time because of when like you got out of work and I got out of work and all this stuff. Because I didn't need you to like take the day off. I didn't need to take the day off.
I did have the day off.
You had the day off?
Yeah, I sat here all day.
I didn't have the day off.
You didn't have the day off.
And Gideon didn't have the day off, our photographer. And then he almost couldn't make it, our photographer, because he got caught up at work. So then I almost had to have another friend do it, who she isn't a photographer, but she was going to step in anyway. Because by that point, it was almost like past the point of no return, where I'm going to do it regardless. And I even almost had to set up a camera myself to do it. Then in the end, we got it all figured out. We're good. I did it. Were you surprised?
No.
Not at all? Seemed pretty surprised in the pictures.
I would say more overwhelmed than surprised, if that makes sense.
But here we are, 4 months into engagement. No plan of wedding right now.
No.
Probably not for another year. Kind of leaving that on her. She's found a venue I think she likes. Possibly.
Yeah.
But we're waiting because it's expensive. And also buying a house is expensive.
Yeah.
And the house comes first. On top of trying to buy a house by the summer, because this is being filmed. I'm assuming this will go out in the next week. It is currently March 7th? 8th. It's currently March 8th. I'm sure this will go out in the next week, next couple days to a week. We're trying to buy a house by the summer, by June, July. Also in June, July, we just happen to be going to a concert that you really want to go to. Do you want to talk about that?
We're going to Taylor Swift.
In Detroit.
In Detroit. I'm sure some girl would love to have your seat, and you don't even appreciate it.
I never said I didn't appreciate it. I don't listen to Taylor Swift like you or Brittany or even Adam do. But the four of us are going. And so we're attending that with the hopes of also getting a house around the same time. So it's going to be a very hectic summer, I can feel. Mm-hmm. If we get the house stuff figured out. And then we're going to see Taylor Swift. That all came through. You wanted to go. Did you want to go, or did Brittany want to go, like, initially? Did she reach out to you, or did you?
We both wanted to go.
And it just kind of worked out where we're like, we'll go together.
Yeah, it was like, I think she had, like, tweeted or something and was like, I'm going to go to this concert if it's the last thing I do, or something like that. And I was like, are you driving or am I? Or, something like that. And the rest is history.
Because they had already gone to see her once, a couple of years ago. Last year, 2 years ago?
It was way longer
4
than that.
4 years ago.
Yeah, it was. They went to the Reputation tour.
In Chicago. So they went to that, and then now we're going to that. And I'm sure we'll fill in on that. But she is currently occupied. I'm assuming this video will be out after, because you're giving these to her on Saturday.
Maybe if everything goes to plan.
So should I cut this part out?
No, it's fine. Well, if they don't end up working, I'm still gonna tell her that I tried.
Okay. Because she's working on trying to make, what are they called?
Friendship bracelets.
That's all, like, they're not like a Taylor Swift, they're just Taylor Swift friendship bracelets.
There's a song that she has that talks about friendship bracelets, so it's a thing that everyone's doing for the concert. Everyone's making friendship bracelets, and it's going to be like at EDM concerts where they trade arm candy, but in like a Taylor Swift way. And I was going to buy them, but then they didn't have the ones that I wanted, so now I'm doing it on my own, maybe.
We went to Hobby Lobby, bought all the beads and the string and the everything. So she's currently working on that while doing this. So
a multitasking queen.
Yep. We'll see if she's already had to restart, or did you just move it? Like, you were working on it. Did you take it apart?
No, I just kind of scrapped it over there.
Okay.
I'm trying a different one. I'm trying to use the wheel that they give, and I'm pretty sure this is like age 12 and up, so I should be able to do it, but
it kind of looks like a jellyfish right now.
It's not as easy as one would think.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do it, so. But yeah, so she's working on that before the concert / Brittany's birthday, to give her for her birthday, but then also to have for the concert that we're all going to.
Yeah, so not only making them for her, but making them for me also.
Yeah. Would you say that this will be the biggest concert you've gone to? Like, personally?
I mean, but I've gone to music festivals, so it depends. Like, single artist, yes. But I've gone to festivals where there's been more.
Well, yeah. I mean, so have I. But, like, status-wise.
Yes. I don't know, it's hard because, like, it would be comparing her to, like, I know she started as, like, a country music artist, but it would be comparing her to country music artists that have been in the industry longer than her. So, like, they might have more, like, overall sales than her because of time, not because of, like, following. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of irrelevant, though.
But then, personally, like, would you say this is your biggest?
I don't know, because
Or most excited for?
I like the Lumineers, though.
Well, we've seen them twice.
I know. I really like them.
Both, yeah, we've seen them twice. One before COVID and one after COVID.
And one after COVID.
And
they were
like,
just as good.
It was like 2 months before COVID started.
Yeah.
A month before COVID started.
Yeah.
Saw them in February of 2019, I think.
I don't know.
2020? Yeah, I think it was February of 2019. And then March/April is when things started getting kind of weird for COVID. And then we saw them like this past, like the end of 2020 when they started their current tour. Speaking of like touring and concerts and going to venues for shows, we also saw a comedian who went to see Bert Kreischer. And we actually got to meet Bert Kreischer. Would you say we met him? You would say that's meeting him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got a picture with him and we talked to him for a few minutes. It's not like we, like...
It's not like I know his Starbucks order, but...
Yeah, we met him.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Seemed nice. Was very thankful for us coming to the show and supporting and everything. So that was really cool. There's pictures of that online. I actually made a video how I met Bert Kreischer. That's on my YouTube channel as well. But pretty much because of my job, he was coming to the same venue that my job is at. I feel like I'm trying to stay away from names, but I don't think it matters. Does it?
Mm.
So I work for a hockey team, the Grand Rapids Griffins, who play at the Van Andel Arena, and he was coming to Van Andel Arena to do a show. So I talked with my team, my boss, and other media people that I work with, and I was like, I think it'd be really cool. He's a big sports fan. It'd be cool to give him some stuff. We ended up getting him a couple hats and a jersey, and then we reached out to his team originally, and then I eventually got in contact with his tour manager, who eventually just straight up called me and then was like, yeah, I can meet you, back at the arena, blah, blah, blah. And then we ended up, after the show, they upgraded our seats because we just bought kind of like normal generic seats. Like, I would say, they were upper bowl, right? Upper bowl seats?
They were nosebleeds.
Yeah. Because there really wasn't much left because it sold out. And then they upgraded our seats to like lower bowl, kind of by the stage. And then we ended up giving away our tickets for free. So that got more people to the show. And then she also gave us backstage passes, like kind of like a meet and greet thing. So we were able to meet him. But in return, that was when I kind of gave him the stuff from the Griffins, the hats and the jersey and stuff. So it was like half work, half not. It was like through work. But because of that, we got to meet him. Lauren ended up doing like kind of the camera work. I was in front of the camera, so I could make a video for it. But that was really cool. Super, super nice guy. I actually saw that he's coming to Traverse City in like June. I think June 22nd for like I think it's like a small like show thing. I don't exactly know. I just saw it today, but maybe we can go see him again. We'll see. But either way, yeah. So that was cool. That happened. I feel like this episode is going to be like kind of just catching up things that have happened. Because like it's crazy to think that the last time we did this was we were in a different apartment and it was before COVID. That feels like it was so long ago.
It was.
But like realistically, it was only 2 years? A year and a half? Like going on 2 years? Or would you say it's going on 3 years? Might even be going on 3 years. I'm not exactly sure when we posted the first one, but it might be going on 3 years. It just feels, with everything else that happened in that time frame, it feels like it was so long ago. Like even longer than it actually is. We still have to kind of figure out the formatting of how we want to do this. Like, are we just going to kind of do catch up? Are we going to come with questions? Or I guess let me phrase it.
I'm
I going to come
confused
with
how
questions?
this is supposed to work.
Are you She's still trying to figure out the...
Because there's no knots involved, so how is it supposed to...
I could not tell you.
I'm so confused.
I got a sleeping puppy here next to me.
You can hear her breathing.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to posting this, I still plan to post it on YouTube just with like an audio visual thing going on, kind of like a podcasty video thing, and then getting it on wherever I can get it posted, Spotify, all that good stuff. So we're going to figure some of that stuff out, because I would say that this is technically episode 3, but it's kind of like almost like a season 2, episode 1. The first 2 were season 1, and just things happened, and here we are now. So we're going to get it all posted up, but we have to, like I was saying a minute ago, we have to figure out the formatting. Like, we're still figuring out, like, if we're just going to talk about what's going on, come with, like, questions or, like, hypotheticals. So, like, one, here, we'll go into this. One that I heard that I was very interested in, I don't know why, was, how do you see months? How do you see the months?
What do you mean?
So, like, when I say, like, how do you see January, February, March, April? Like, how do you see that in your head? Is it like a line? Is it a row? Do you see a calendar? Some people I heard were talking about, they see it as a wheel. How do you see it? Like, when I go, how do you see the months? How do you see January, February? Like, obviously, because if you look at your phone, you're going to see a calendar. You see all the squares and the days in the squares.
It's like, so like a calendar, but linear.
Just going straight across.
Yeah.
But you see, like,
with like, you know, like old school, like, elementary school calendars with the different, like, things about that month. Like, March has shamrocks and pot of gold, and April has rain clouds and tulips. Those are also on, like, my mental.
But it's not like a square with, like, smaller squares.
Yes.
You see it in the square format.
Yes, with, like, the decorations around it.
See, like, there was another podcast I was listening to, and one of the guys said he sees it as a circle because that's how he learned it in elementary school.
Hey, that checks out, though.
Like, and I didn't understand the circle because I never seen it like that. And then that got me thinking, like, why do you see it that way? And I guess for you, it would be...
Because that's how you learned it.
That's how you learned it. But, like, I don't remember how I learned it.
Well, you're a special bug.
Like, for me, I see it like you do on your phone. So when you open your phone and you go to your calendar, it's just...
The month.
Well, like, yeah, it's...
And then you scroll down or over?
Over.
Okay.
It's not something that you think about, like, why do everyone see it differently? Because, like, I don't think I've heard one person say it that they see it the same.
I think it's... Well, but I'm kind of like what you were just talking about. Like, it's because that's how I learned.
Yeah. But why did everyone learn differently?
Because education systems are different everywhere.
But, like...
I mean, that's not
anything
crazy.
I get that. But, like... In my head, I would think everyone would see it like their phone because that's what you look at, like, every day.
I know, but we didn't grow up with phones.
No. You have given up on the bracelets and you are going to beads.
I feel like you're judging me.
I'm not judging. It's just you can hear the beads. So I was explaining what you could hear. Do you think this is going to be easier than the...
Oh, 100%. This is like piece of cake.
The yarn or whatever?
Yes.
But you got to get that done.
I know, but I'm not going to, like, keep messing with it and frustrating myself.
We still have to figure out, like I was saying a minute ago, our formatting. I think that's going to be our biggest make or break here. Because, like, we don't have, like, a specific topic. Because, like, I could go on forever on, like, my work and what I do and editing and video production and all that good stuff. But, like...
So then do it if you want to.
But I want it to be not just that.
What do you want it to be?
I don't know. That's what we got to figure out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't drop beads.
Gone forever.
Going back to Kona.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's been rewarding having her?
I would say exhausting.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Not that you had a ton of time to, like, you know, get it together, figure it out, however you want to put it, but I had no time. Like, it was like, all right, this is happening.
Mm-hmm. But
So that's why.
Because she was a surprise.
Yes.
Was it bad that she was a surprise?
Not bad, just like I 1000% was not expecting it because we had so many conversations about, like, wanting to wait until we had a house and everything. So I, like, 1000% was not expecting it.
Well, yeah. As now she's getting rowdy because he knows we're talking about her.
Ooh.
Kona. Why are you getting rowdy? Huh? No. This is it. She goes from 0 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
She's almost unplugging stuff now. The reason why it came on so quick was because...
I know why.
Well,
I'm
no,
just
I know.
saying.
I'm just explaining it. Like, I was on, like, waiting lists for, like, when, full Goldens come available, that you kind of have to act at that moment. But there was no, like, it'll be next week, it'll be 6 months. It was kind of like, when we have them, we will let you know. And when I went to pick her up, from the time they called me to the time the time I showed up to the facility for the first time, which was like max 2 hours, maybe 3, getting everything organized and figuring out how I'm going to get her or whatever, all this stuff. They said like 4 or 5 people walked in asking for her. And I had put a hold on her, so they kept her for me. So it's like, that's just how quick Goldens go. Everyone wants a Golden.
I don't know why.
I wouldn't say everybody wants a Golden, but like, they're just very in-demand dogs. That's why it was such a quick... She almost unplugged stuff. That's why I jumped there for a moment. That's why it was such like a quick like turnaround in that sense. Which obviously, like, yeah, I can fully understand why. I mean, I know why it's stressful, or can be stressful, because we live in a 1,300 square foot apartment with
70 pound
70-pound
wild animal,
2-year-old dog on the 3rd floor of an apartment building. So it's not always the easiest. We can't just let her out and stuff, and that's why we obviously want to move into a house. But there's more things that come with that, getting that all situated, and it's not fun. But hopefully we get it all figured out when we get there. I feel like this episode was more of like a catch-up. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what's happened since the last one and where we are. And obviously, like, we want feedback, so comments and all that stuff on, like, what we can talk about, what people want to hear about. Obviously, we're going to evolve with it as we go, and probably have some random questions like the calendar thing, and then maybe talk about Kona and how she's doing, the house buying stuff, the concert that we're going to be going to, and any other things
she is on tour.
attend. She's on tour, but I was in my head when I said tour, it was not that type of tour. It was like, it doesn't matter. Obviously, I'll talk about my work a little bit, probably more than a little bit. I think that's good for a first episode. Do you agree? Do you have anything you want to touch on in these topics that we talked about today while you do your beads?
I don't think there's anything. No, I'm just along for the ride, boo-boo. Your biggest fan.
Except for you always make comments on my stuff.
Your biggest fan with opinions.
Yeah.
You ask for my opinion,
I know.
so I give it to you.
I know. So we'll probably end it there, and then I'm not sure, like, posting schedule. I'm thinking once a week, but I don't really want to say. Would like to at least get it to once a week, just because sometimes we're really busy, other times we're not. But with it not being video, it's going to be a little easier to sit down and do this. maybe we'll be able to do 1 or 2 at a time to kind of get a backlog going. But if you guys have any comments, things you want to hear, anything like that, let us know in the comments. And we'll see you we'll talk to you in the next one. Does that sound good?
Fine with me. I'm
right.
along for the ride.
That's going to do it. Bye, guys.
Bye.